One thing that did happen at the meeting that I was expecting, because there's a fantastic writer, Grant F. Smith. We publish everything he writes at antiwar.com, and he wrote an article saying, like, hey, the U.S. keeps giving Israel this letter, and this letter says that we're not going to recognize your nuclear weapons program, which is important on several levels. One is the U.S. has laws that say we're not supposed to give military aid to countries that are in violation of the Non-Proliferation Treaty, and Israel is in violation of that treaty because they developed nuclear weapons outside of it. And so I was, expecting there to be that letter signed at the meeting, and then we got the report that that letter was signed. And this is so important, Connor, because as you pointed out before, the American people don't know who has nuclear weapons in the Middle East, and this is like one of the most clear examples of an Israel first president signing a secret agreement with a foreign country to allow that foreign country to continue to violate U.S. law. So
Yeah,
tell
I
us
mean,
about this. Yeah.
I was just reading a piece from Grant Smith about this. He has a really good one called, I believe it's called "Israel's Nukes Make U.S. Aid Illegal," and he talks about these senators. I think it was, I might get one name wrong, but it was John Glenn and I think Stuart Symington, who, they amended the foreign assistance laws. Or changed them so that you would have to condition aid to, you couldn't just, you can't give aid to a nuclear power that is not a signatory of the Non-Proliferation Treaty. That's illegal. So we've never, since Nixon made the agreement with Golda Meir, they do not ask Israel to sign the NPT, and Israel doesn't declare that they're a nuclear power, but it's an open secret. I mean, they're believed to have obtained nukes for the first time in the 60s. And Grant goes through the whole history of that, about how you had basically Israeli operatives, spies, basically confiscating enough weapons-grade uranium from, I think it's NUMEC, which is a weapons contractor, taking enough weapons-grade uranium to make, I think, a dozen bombs. This would have been back in the 60s with the help of a chemist named Zalman Shapiro. So essentially, Obama even made a law, essentially a gag order, that makes it illegal for this to even be acknowledged in FOIA requests. So that's why he shows that document where everything about this is redacted. They've continued on with this agreement. Yeah, and I was just going to say that he makes the point, and it's important to remember, we've given Israel nearly $250 billion in aid. I'm pretty sure that's the qualifications you have to adjust for inflation, but nevertheless, that's absolutely insane when you consider this is a regional power with nuclear weapons. It's perpetually at war,